7-inch ultra bright monitor with touchscreen and camera control. Yes, you can control focus and more with it. Is this the perfect 7-inch monitor you never knew you needed? Let's find out. Brand new monitor from OSEE, one I have been waiting forever for. This is called G7 Pro, and it is a pro level video monitor for pretty much any camera, but for me it does stand out, and it is a monitor that really delivers on all fronts. It powers up fairly quickly, about 6 to 7 seconds from off to fully operational. This 7-inch display is superb, 3000 nits of brightness. It will have no issues outside on a bright day. Now, I always love the OSEE monitors for the picture quality, and this does not disappoint at all. I'm a fan of 7-inch monitors, although they are not always practical, especially when paired with a smaller camera. This size monitor is a perfect match for a camera in a rig like this, in my opinion. A display that allows you to see better, well, allows me to see better what I am working with. A huge upgrade, literally, from the camera's built-in screen, for sure. It's not just about the screen size, but also all the tools, monitoring tools you get with it. This uses OSEE Swift operating system and interface, the same as with their other touchscreen monitors. This is very intuitive and easy to use and control. Touchscreen is very responsive and really nice to finger it. Main settings are always accessible via this icon in the bottom right corner. All very self-explanatory in here, but more about this cool feature in just a moment. The bottom toolbar can contain up to 8 tools. You can add these by yourself in any order you like. Tapping a tool icon enables it, but swiping up on it reveals custom options for that tool. You have all standard monitoring tools here, like aspect ratio guides, anamorphic, squeeze, zebras, histograms, vectors, focus peaking, false color, and more. You can also have up to 8 of these toolbars with up to 8 tools on each, customized for every occasion. These can be accessed from this menu or simply by swiping sideways on the display. By swiping up on the left of the screen, you can quickly adjust the screen brightness, and on the right of the screen, the volume. You can add your own LUTs as well, up to 10 of them via SD card. This allows you to preview the footage with your own or your favorite LUT. This is especially useful when filming in log and for getting footage exposed right. I have created base LUTs for my Lumix and Sony cameras that are touch to dark, so when I monitor while filming, I expose correctly visually on the screen with those LUTs, but in fact I am filming slightly too bright. I don't need to guess doing it this way, and I get correctly exposed log footage every time. I love the auto rotate function. This is something you take for granted when rotating your phone, but with most of monitors you need to manually flip the image when mounting the monitor upside down, for example. You also can update the firmware via SD card. The only catch is that you need a card that is not bigger than 16 GB and formatted to FAT32. Now, what is really special about this monitor is that you can control the camera with it. Not a wireless connection like with port keys monitors, but via USB-C. I prefer this method as it just works every time. I have tested it with Lumix, Sony and Fuji cameras, and it works straight out of the box every time with all those cameras. Once you connect the camera to the monitor with USB-C cable, this icon is enabled. Tapping it switches on the side toolbar and gives you control over shutter speed, aperture ISO, white balance, but also touch focus. This is a game changer when using a monitor of this size on a rigged camera. It eliminates the need to use camera screen and fiddling with the camera buttons, which often are less accessible when the camera is in the cage like this. It would be nice if it was possible to have extra custom buttons on the screen, but they've kept it all very simple and very user-friendly. The camera control works the best, most reliably when the NPF type battery is used. For those who want to power it from mains, OSEE recommends using NPF type dummy battery. In the settings, camera control have also options to use it for video or photography, but also how you connect the camera to the monitor. USB-C to USB-C or USB-C to remote LAN cable, but obviously you'll need a compatible camera to make it work. Connecting the camera to the LAN socket, it frees its USB socket for charging the camera at the same time, for example. Here, when connecting the USB-C cable, the monitor can also provide a power delivered to the camera at the same time. This works with compatible cameras. So big NPF type battery on the monitor can power both the monitor and the camera. This is the most useful when powering the monitor from the mains power supply or V-mount battery, for example, as you will be able to power the whole kit all at the same time for longer periods of time. It also allows you to power the monitor via USB-C if you had to, from a power bank or via mains adapter. Very useful. Talking about the inputs, you do have standard full HDMI in and out ports, but also SDI in and out for connecting pro cameras to it. Standard NPF battery mount and DC power in. There is no power adapter supplied with it, but you get DC to D-tap adapter included for connecting directly to V-mount batteries. You can calibrate the screen by yourself using compatible calibrator by connecting it directly to the monitor via USB-C. No computer needed. This is a big deal as all screens can shift colors over time. The fact that you can do it easily with this monitor is a big deal. Great function. OSEE also offers a free calibrating software for doing it via computer if you prefer to do it that way. The vents and fans for cooling are based on top and bottom of the monitor. These are not 100% silent. There's hearable, just listen, low-level hum when the monitor is cooling itself down. Not a problem in majority of situations, but could be picked up by a microphone if you place it right next to it or on top of it. It's not louder than Atomos monitors or most of all the Pro monitors on the market right now, in my opinion. It is acceptable most of the time. There's some control over the cooling fans. You can leave it in auto or set the monitor cooling for specific ambient temperature. You will need to know what is the ambient temperature, have ways to measure it to get the settings right and avoid damaging the monitor. If in doubt, leave it in auto. This is a 7-inch bright monitor with camera controls, and the price reflects that. $499. It's not cheap, but it is so much more than a cheap and cheerful budget-friendly monitor. This is a monitor, a tool that is very good quality and would not be out of place on any professional camera rig. It's well made, tough plastic composite and scratch and glare resistant glass, pretty lightweight for a 7-inch monitor, and pretty good looking too. Really nice monitor, and I highly recommend it. And this is it from me. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.